What's going on, guys? My name's Matt. This is
Jason.
And welcome to the Mint Condition. We are so excited to hang out with you guys today because we're going to be talking about the 6 ways that you can truly take your business to the next level. And these are easy to follow 6 things that you can implement today in your business or be focusing on today to really take it to the next level. And that's really what this is all about, is creating a business or having a business that you are ultimately growing, right?
Yes,
I mean, who wants a stagnant business?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people hear the term investing in your business is important, which it is. Nobody's ever going to doubt that. It's just that it's so easy to say it and not something that everybody really delves into. Like, what's the best way for me to invest in my business?
Totally.
Does invest in my business mean I'm just spending money on it because I do that every day, type of thing, right? But it's so much deeper than that. It's your people. It's what you teach yourself. It's what you...
Wait, you're going way into detail.
Oh.
That's the whole movie. That's the whole thing. You're like, let me just hash these out for you. Bye.
Well, I was going into education because I don't know if you want to put a specific order on it, but education to me is probably the most important thing that you can do.
Well, even in just life, period.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the biggest thing that I'm happy to share right now is that he just did it himself, right? Just came back from a trip. Just a long 2-hour flight. real uncomfortable.
Real uncomfortable in first class.
But you're in sunny, hot Arizona, which I hear wasn't too hot.
No, it was raining. It was raining.
Tell us what you learned there.
Well, it's really awesome. So it's all about investing into your business and spending money on the right things.
Okay.
Spending money on the things that will ultimately grow your business.
Okay.
And this goes for really anything in life. Spending money on the things that generate more revenue for your business or more income for you personally, and not just things that kind of are just wasted.
Right.
You want to spend your dollar in a smart way, so spend it on something that generates money for you.
Okay.
So for one thing, we implemented a few months ago, like 6 months ago,
Sure.
some daily training for our employees.
Okay.
And it's been really awesome. So we have creative and technical employees, developers, designers, sales folks. Well, I guess they might not be considered creative, but they're training on Udemy. And then you have the tactical employees. That's sales, right? They're very tactical. So I wasn't putting them down by saying they're not creative.
No. I mean,
definitely are.
There's creativity in everything we do.
But for sake of specifics, it's like our sales team trains on our sales platform,
right?
Whereas our creative team trains on the sales platform and on the creative platform.
Okay.
So that's the benefit. You want to really be training them on things that are going to help them become more efficient, which essentially makes your business more money. Actually, at the end of the day, it makes them more confident.
Yes.
I mean, when you say our team is pretty freaking confident.
Yeah, it's super confident. And there's so many different ways that you can look at that, like you were saying, because it's also a way of cost reduction, right? If your people know more, they can do more. If your people can do more, then you're wasting less time. Cost reduction.
Yeah, I mean, actually through all this process, we actually were able to make our teams more efficient, what you just said, which saved us money. Actually, it opened up enough money in our business to be able to hire more people.
Yes.
And train them up to become more productive.
Yes.
Wow. And now we have a team of essentially leaders. They're all running together at the front, helping lift each other up when there's barriers.
Yep.
And me as the owner, I don't have to be diving in all the time anymore. I don't even develop anymore.
Yep. Which is gotta be the most beautiful thing ever.
Yes.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it's incredible because now I can work on the business and grow it so that we can ultimately hire more folks and take care of more clients and live the dream.
Now, how long did it take for you to get to that point though? And what did you have to do to get there?
Oh man, it was like, this is gonna downplay it a lot.
That's all right.
It was literally flipping a switch.
Okay.
And the switch was, I hate my business, I'm in freaking love with my business.
Okay, all right.
So it's a big switch.
Okay.
But in order to do that, this goes into another point, which is truly about having big ass goals.
Okay.
I had small goals before, so we had a small team and we had, the team was really working towards small, like small. And now it's like, dude, we're working towards 25 million, 100 million. Like everyone's working towards this big ass goal. And that's what's changed the game, and now I'm fully in love with my business, have been for the last 8 months,
Right.
and really like pushing hard. And being in love with your business allows you to truly put in those 16 to 18 hour days continuously, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Because I know at the end of the day, all that extra time is actually creating time.
Yes.
You know, everyone complains about not having enough time. Here's
Right.
a little bonus.
Right.
Not be able to create
right.
time or have enough time, just create it. You know, wake up at 5 a.m. Now you have 2 extra hours.
Right.
How much, do the math. How much time does that add for a whole year? Now add in weekends and
Sure.
work 8 hours a day.
Right.
Now people might be like, well, where's the time for your family? Where's the
Right.
time for fun?
Right.
Well, guess what? I have fun all the time working.
Yeah, true.
Growing your business, it's fun. My hobbies are cash flow.
Yeah.
My hobbies are generating assets. It's like,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
So there's that. The kids, I could see that being a big one. I dedicate time every single day to the kids, 2 hours a day. That might seem like, whoa, that's not enough time. But they don't want to hang out with me more often than that.
True.
It's true. And at the same time, they're learning a valuable lesson. Their mom and dad are freaking amped every day. They're stoked.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because they're growing a business
Right.
that is fun and their dreams are coming true
Yeah.
and their employees' dreams are coming true. I mean, the kids know all the employees.
Yeah.
They're ecstatic.
Yeah.
The kids are ecstatic.
Yeah.
I mean, they see this, and in the long run, what we're hoping for and what should happen is
Yeah.
that they're going to be like, I want something, I'm going to go after it as hard as I possibly can.
Sure.
And that's really what falling in love with your business does too.
Okay.
And that's what then leads to investing in your business.
What is it that you attribute to finding the motivation to not set your goals, but to raise them? Like, how did you find that breakthrough? Because I'm sure for all of our listeners out there that hearing you say, "Well, I found the switch," that's super appealing.
Yep.
So it's like, well, tell me where it's at. What's that switch? Like, what got you to say, "Hey, hold on, I was going after a mill. That's not even close to enough."
My goal was lower than
Right?
that.
Was it? Okay. What
when
was
it was by myself. Yeah, it was just me
Okay.
working by myself in
Yes.
this agency,
Yes.
which is always how it's been
Okay.
since the beginning. And my goal, I had made 320 the year before that, and then that year, which was last year, I said I want to make. It sounds so stupid to even say. I want to make 350.
Okay.
It was like in my mind, I was like, all right, one more project. That's
Yeah.
all I got to do is
Yeah.
one more project. But if you're by yourself, that's a lot of work.
It is.
Like adding that in, like I was working a lot, not as much as I am now, but I was working a lot, but also burnt out because it was just me. But that was my goal, only
Yeah.
30,000 more.
Right.
It wasn't enough.
Right. Okay.
What actually helped me to flip that switch? Because it was like, oh, it was a heavy switch to flip.
Okay.
That I didn't even think I needed to flip. It was just
Sure.
like, I need out. And it really came down to finding the right mentor or mentors, the
Okay.
people that you look up to and you want to get direction from, and you see what they're doing, and you're just like, damn, like there's so much more out there. Like, for sake of example, Elon Musk, same 24 hours in a day.
Sure.
Look how much he's doing. Does he complain about time?
No.
No way.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We don't know, but he definitely finds a way to make it happen, and he doesn't mind making sacrifices. Because
Exactly.
if you're gonna sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag and still get the job done, that's better than going home and coming back the next day to a desk full of stuff where you're like, I don't even remember where I left off. Yeah.
That's the developer issue that we always run into. You never leave a project half done because
Yeah.
you're just like, or a task half done because you're like, what the heck did I do?
Yeah.
Especially when you're like half tired.
Dude, it's the worst. It's the worst.
But yeah, it's so true because like, so you find someone to look up to, and then you create time, or it motivates you to create that time. So you wake up earlier. You like, I'm sure he wakes up early, goes to bed late, is working the whole time. But even more so, you saw that my goal was so small because it was just me. So you create time through people. You know, so if I'm able to make 320,000, it should be safe to say that if I hire one more person, I can double my revenue.
Sure.
3 more people, triple. So that's the ultimate goal. So you can really scale through your people. And so now, so falling in love with your business, number one thing. You gotta be in love with what you do, or else you're just gonna get burnt out.
Okay.
And if you're feeling burnout, you're not in love with your business.
Okay.
That's all there is to it. And that's why people get burnt out at their jobs.
Okay.
They don't see it going anywhere. They just see, I'm just going to work, getting the same paycheck, measly paycheck. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have growth in this company, or maybe I just don't like the politics or whatever, something negative.
Right.
And but when you're working on something or for a company that sees your value and you see the value of the company for you in your future and your goals, you're willing to push harder and do more, and you end up not being burnt out.
Okay.
Because you're seeing what all that hard work is going to.
Okay. So the next step for success would then be hiring the right people?
Yeah, totally. It takes the right people.
Okay.
It's always the people.
Right. But then there's the age-old question, how do you find the right people?
Yeah, we have a very, this is kind of a little bonus, right? So we have a very specific way of hiring folks.
Okay.
And then we document the whole thing. We figured out what worked.
Okay.
We document it. That's the secret. Document everything in your business, and that's going to allow you to scale. Because if I document everything I'm doing, whether it's hiring or recruiting or developing or taking care of clients, whatever.
Yep.
If it's documented, I can hand this to you and be like, all right, you're the product owner, and you'll have the full roadmap on that specific position on how to do everything.
Sure.
Or here, HR, hire this person, follow this flow, it works well. So you just have the proper process to hire the right people. I will say that we do a 3-step process.
Okay.
Three-step interview process.
Yeah.
The first step is even before the first interview, they have to film a video.
Okay.
And tell us how they, what could they offer us in a positive way. And what we're looking for is positive attitude, well-dressed. It's off the cuff, but not lazy. Like they really spend time thinking about it. And so that weeds out a lot of people, because people are like, why am I going to film a video?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
True.
So you weed out a bunch of the people who aren't going to do anything. All right, so in the first interview, you're just asking basic questions just to get more information on, trying to just figure out if there are red flags. Like, did they research your business? Do they know anything about you, or did they just jump into this interview willy-nilly?
Yeah.
You'll see the red flags. Second one is a technical test. Third one is a core values test. And this is really leading into one of the other points we wanted to make, which is the culture in your company. Well, your company has a mission, it has a vision, and it has core values, which are important and integral to you as the owner and to your business as a whole. And you need to have employees that are on that same wavelength.
Okay, because your mission and all of these core values basically need to exude and embody who you are as, maybe not as a business owner, but as just a human being.
Yeah, it's really a great way to get alignment between the company and the individual. And if they make it through to that third interview and you guys are aligned, more than likely 95% of the time, in our experience, they will be solid. They'll be a solid fit.
Nice.
Because your values aren't like have fun at work or be lazy or do only just the right amount.
Yeah.
Which is how most of the workforce is. Our goals, some of them, or not goals, but our core values, a few of them are like transparency.
Okay.
Or intentionality, having intention, accountability, growth oriented. So you're getting individuals that want to grow with the company, are striving for that. It's almost like entrepreneurs are a different type of breed of human. They have more drive. They have tons of drive because they believe in what they're doing.
Right.
There's something called an intrapreneur. That same idea, but they're willing to do it under the roof of an entrepreneur.
Right.
So they have that same mentality and growth mindset, but there's no risk, really.
Sure.
Because they're under that umbrella.
Right.
And so you're getting the best of both worlds there. Okay. And those are the folks that we have working for us. So 350 was the original goal. And now the goal, 10 million. And actually through the learning process, because learning is always important, and finding your mentors, we were able to get a plan. No, I don't want to say that.
We were able to plan out.
Through having these bigger goals and writing them down every day, you then start to become aware of the opportunities available to get you there. And so we were able to plan out actually a roadmap to 25 million. And then and that's over the next 10 years. And then we're able to expand from there, multiple locations. That actually takes us to a much higher value in the future because it's all through duplication. We have one location, with, let's say, 20 employees making however much, and then we could say, hey, let's apply everything we did here through documentation. We know it works. Create a new location in an area that makes the most sense based off of data. Data is super important. We'll touch on that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And you start a location there, and then you, over time, as you ramp up, like probably a year, probably 6 months of ramping up in that location, you'll get that one
rolling,
buzzing along.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you actually mentioned data, because that's the heart and goal behind a lot of the builds that we do for our clients and our prospects. And when you get into marketing and you get into data-driven results, it's beyond important to pay attention to the numbers.
Oh my God! Yeah, like that's you're like understating it.
Literally, like
data.
You guys, when you're setting up your business and you're like, yeah, okay, I do want to scale. All of this sounds lovely. I want to get the steps. I want to know how to do this. Maybe you look it up. Maybe you give us a call. However you get that information, you can't take everything and then just ignore the data that you get. If you're going to invest in your business and you understand that your online business is a big part of everything that you've done, and you invest to get your site rebranded and rebuilt, or maybe launched off to the ground, wherever you are, if you think, okay, I did that and now everything should just go smoothly, it doesn't work like that. The numbers are the gold and the success behind everything else. If you don't look at it, the numbers are just garbage. You might have great numbers, but if you're ignoring them, they'll never get any better.
Or you're ignoring them, or you don't know how to read them, or you don't even know how to get them, which is also ignoring them.
Yes.
I mean, you're doing your business a disservice, because the numbers are the only thing that tell the truth. A lot of people let emotion take over in their business, and they're like, I know that this is going to work. And we call that hope marketing.
Yep.
You hope it's going to work. You don't know because you don't have the data to support it. But let's take a scenario where you hope something's going to work, and you set the intention to track all of it.
Yes.
Let's say a funnel to get leads for your sales team.
Yes.
Well, if you don't know the conversion point of every single portion or section of that funnel, well, then you don't know where it's broken. At the end of the day, how many of you guys have dealt with this? Man, that ads campaign didn't work. It didn't generate any leads.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But what you'll realize is, no, some of it probably worked, but where did it break? And sometimes it's the ad, right up front. Let's say it's fed by ads. So the ad to the landing page, there's a disconnect. And you would know that because, dang, your ad's getting clicked. Let's say you got 2,000 clicks to the ad, but 2 opt-ins.
Right.
Oh man, now you know the break. But let's say you got 1,000 opt-ins and you had 50% opt-in rate. Then you're like, oh crap, this thing's working well.
Yes.
But let's say from there to sales lead or sales close, you only close 2 people from that. Well, that might sound like from the outside without data that it's broken. But really, you have a freaking gold mine up front because your ads are working and they're converting to the opt-in or the lead. But what's broken is this other part, which is lead to closed.
Okay.
There's something wrong with your sales process. And then within the sales process, there's like 7 steps as well. So you have data points in every single one of those steps.
Yeah.
So knowing your data is important, because then you see the break point and you figure out, based off that break point, what you can do to improve it. And you do that through knowing the data and split testing.
Yeah. It's highly important, guys, because when it all breaks down to it, think about what you got into business for, whether it was to help people, whether it was to make something, whether it was to just become successful and financially independent. Whatever the reason is, don't forget it and think about what it is you need to grow that. Goals are important because goals provide direction and focus. And if you started a business to just see where it goes, all the best of luck to you. But if you started a business to grow and become successful, I'm telling you, if you want to transform, and some of you may have heard something like this before, if you want to transform your business, you have to live a life of intent. You've never read a book about somebody accidentally stumbling on success. You don't want to confuse accidental success with unexpected success. They may sound similar, but they're two totally different things. Just because, Dave at Wendy's decided I'm gonna make burgers and I'm gonna make them a square, and that became a big hit, that wasn't an accident. He intentionally did that. It just unexpectedly became a bigger success than he imagined. So
he had the intentionality to do it. Yep.
You have to live a life of intent. If you see yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, however you decided to set your business and set your original goals, that version of you a year from now, what is that version of you or your business doing that you're not doing right now? Because then as soon as you figure that out, you can change those things. You can think about it, or you can change them.
Well, and it's fun.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Where are we going to be in 5 years, 10 years? A lot of people are like, I'm going to be just doing the same thing. But man, it's like, 3 locations. Our cash flow is going to be this. Man, with that cash flow, what are we going to be able to do? Hire more employees, take care of them. I mean, it's huge. And I love that intentionality piece, because that's actually one of our core values, as you know.
Yes.
Intentionality. Everyone has to do everything with intention.
Yes.
And it's so important.
Yeah.
And goal, we're talking about goals here. This is one thing that's really set apart our culture, which is that we really invest into our employees' goals and helping them hit their goals. In fact, every single daily meeting, we share wins.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Except for on Wednesdays. And it's multiple wins.
Yep. Wednesday.
Yeah. But you start to see all of these things that we're touching on, they all intertwine and tie into each other. You can't do 5 of them and forget one. I mean, you can, but it's just far more beneficial to just hit them all. Looking at this stuff, this is educating yourself. If you don't know how to read the numbers, educate yourself on that. If you do know how to read the numbers, educate yourself on how to utilize those numbers to your best advantage. If you don't know that, now you're tying into, you should probably find a mentor that's been down that road, that's already made those decisions, that's already made those mistakes, so they can help point you down the right path so you can get there a little bit faster. All of this stuff goes together, and this is why we wanted to share this with you today.
Yeah, I mean, there's one we did miss. And it's really awesome, which is the customer journey, or the user journey.
Yes.
So we talked about this in previous episodes about the user journey on your website.
Okay.
Super important. I mean, this is the same thing where you have breakpoints in your data. You have kind of like the 10,000 foot, which is where you have funnel, and then we go into the funnel. So now you're 5,000 foot, and you have opt-in, landing page, or rather ad, landing page, opt-in rate, sales, whatever. But then within the sales flow, you then go deeper, and you got, all those different 7 steps, which is our pipeline.
Yes.
So there's all these different levels of journey.
Right.
And we only hit on one in that last episode, which is super freaking important, which is that user journey on your website, to make sure you're communicating in an appropriate way throughout your website to really pull everyone at every knowledge level through to the purchase, so you're educating them along the way. But it's taking a step back, and now we're looking at the business as a whole.
Right.
One customer or business or whomever is buying your stuff has an overall customer journey.
Yeah.
So not only is it that one little journey, but it's like every single thing that they're buying from you, or wherever they're starting, and then what do they buy first? There's all this stuff in between, like the sales flow, the opt-in, whatever, all that inside of there. And then you have the second money. So you're like, the retention. You're trying to keep them, service them, and then resell them on something else. And then again and again. And so so you have to have that view of the customer journey, but then it's also about documentation and documenting that whole process from that 10,000 feet and everything in between. Because you can't really duplicate something or redo it if you don't know what you did.
Right, yeah. Then you're just hoping that it happens again.
Exactly. And you can't assume that you're going to be doing it as a business owner for every single location you have. Like the whole idea of being a business owner is to follow your dream and then build something that works, and then allow other people to mimic that, master it, and then you're able to scale your business through other people.
Yeah, it's important. This all of these things, this is your foundation. You have to hire the right people. You have to set the right culture for your people to thrive in. You have to continually educate yourself and your people. You need to definitely invest in your business in all the possible ways that you can think of. You need to set very, very, very large goals and keep track of them. Keep track of everything. Like he said, documentation. Know where you want to go. Figure out how you're supposed to get there. If you don't know how, find that mentor, ask those questions, get those answers, and go along that path.
I hope when they do set their goals, what you should do is definitely go bigger than what you're originally thinking is your goal for your business. You know, if your goal is 5 million, make it 15 million. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to be writing down 15 million every day. You know, if you're doing this the way that we're saying, writing it down every day, it becomes like, oh man, I believe I can make that. And then you're likely going to surpass the 5 million that you thought you would hit. And you're gonna surpass it. Maybe you don't hit the 15 million, but you're sure as hell gonna hit the 10 or 12. And if you'd only set that intention at 5 million, you're probably gonna hit like 3 or 4.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because that's all you're striving for. If you're striving for 15, you'll still get up there and you're gonna surpass the 5.
Yes.
So why not just go bigger?
Everything in life has a process. Success is no stranger to this rule. So definitely give us a call. We'd love to sit down and chat with you and hear what your goals are to see if there's some way that we can help amplify that. If you don't know how to set those goals, we definitely want to talk to you because we'd be happy to help give you some pointers as to how to reach those dreams and those goals that you're going after. Because if you're an online business, we definitely know the way. Give us a call. We'll show you the Mintun method. Once you see that it's right for you, we're ready to help you take everything in your business to the next level. Give us a call, 866-543-9988, or visit us online at
mintunmedia.com.
Bye-bye.